Ever since Fairway opened its doors, we've been committed to developing relationships with the best local farmers. That's why 100% of Fairway meat is sourced from farming communities right here in the Midwest. Because nobody knows meat like we do, and nobody is better known for their meat than Fairway. It's a source of pride to source from the communities we live in and to help bring you, our neighbors, the highest quality meat for the lowest possible price.
All right, what's going on? Welcome to the halftime show as Iowa State leads 20-7 over Kansas State. I want to thank our sponsors, Karl Chevrolet, of course, Ames and Des Moines Eye Care, and our good friends at Nebraska Furniture Mart in Clive. Remember all of them when you, if you need a car, if you have eye problems, or if you need anything, furniture, electronics, appliances, all that stuff. Wow, really good first half. Iowa State gets off to a first play of the game is a 75-yard touchdown run with Breece Hall. I kind of feel bad, Bret Meyer. Like, I feel like Iowa State should even be up by a little bit more. I'm not going to complain by a 13-point lead, but they're just clearly a better team right now than Kansas.
Yeah. I mean, that's our most complete half of football all year. I don't think it's very close. I mean, we had, Kansas State had the one drive, but offensively, getting off to a start like that is great. First play, I think that's something we definitely probably scouted. That was one of those that you scheme and you see short side. Looks like we didn't have any receivers to the boundary, and we just got him. And essentially, when you're running to the weak side, you want to make sure that the numbers are in your favor, and they were in our favor there. And Breece obviously broke it and made a nice run. So, but yeah, I think offensively, I mean, Jalen Noel's. This is kind of his breakout game. He's had a great half, and offensively, defensively, everything's kind of clicking right now, and it's been fun to watch. 94-yard drive, and I think your tweet about that being the best drive of the year was spot on.
Yeah, and I think too, Brock's playing his best football. He's hanging in the pocket. For some reason, early in the year, he seems a little impatient, likes to throw the ball away. He's hanging in there. 13 for 15, 143 yards. He just looks really poised. He looks like a fourth-year starter.
Yeah, I think he's comfortable in the protections, and yeah, I would agree. I mean, there's I've been back there when you don't feel good about the protection. That's not a good feeling, and whether it's your fault or your offensive line isn't picking things up and sorting it out, but he looks good. I mean, he's completing almost 90% of his throws, 13 for 15. I mean, and we're not digging and dunking. It's not a bunch of screen passes.
No.
It's ball downfield. So it's good to see. I mean, yeah, this is kind of what we do, though. It seems like every October, I know Brocktober,
It's real.
It's real, but it's also, it's kind of a reflection of our team. We get better as the year goes on, and, I'm excited. It's just now we got to, I know that, the last time we won down there was in 2004, and we had a 28-point fourth quarter. So let's hope we don't have to rely on that, and we can just finish the game.
What's funny is I was listening to you and Blythe, and then I was texting with Coach Mack about something entirely different. And I brought that up to him. He couldn't believe that we hadn't won there since that game. And I was like, yeah, you guys.
I guess I know this.
Nope.
I saw like a YouTube clip of just like kind of a montage of the game in 2017. And I don't think I remember watching like kind of parts of the game. I didn't know it was that bad. Like, I know obviously we kind of probably, hindsight's 2020, but it's like just take a knee kind of a thing. But there's about 30 things that needed to happen for them to win the game, and like all of them happened. So, but yeah, I mean, it's a tough place to play. Kansas State's always had, good teams. We kind of took advantage of the Ron Prince era down there and beat them a couple times. But Bill Snyder and now their coach now, Kleiman's a good coach, and they're a good team. It's a tough place to win.
The only thing, if I want to get picky,
special teams.
Well, no doubt they keep kicking to that kid.
Yeah, we got to kick it out of the end zone. Who knows? There could be wind down there. I don't know what's going on, but it's just that's the only thing that's going to get them back into the game is a big return, because I don't know if they're going to be able to go 5 yards on consistently if we just put it out.
That's what I was going to pick apart here. They're having actually more success on the ground than through the air. They cannot block Will McDonald.
No, Will's.
He's dominating this game.
Yeah, I hope he starts to get more like NFL love. I mean, there's certain programs that if he played for, they'd be talking about him nonstop, and he deserves that. It doesn't matter who we're playing against. Iowa, every game he's been unblockable. He's an absolute problem, and I'm so glad we have him because that's something I don't think we've had probably since Jason Berryman. Yeah, I mean, he was the best athlete on our team and the best player we had, and Will McDonald has kind of been that mold of just an unbelievable pass rusher off the ball, and yeah, he's great to watch. And
if Jason could have stayed out of trouble, he would have been an NFL guy, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can remember
he was a little smaller, but
yeah, he was big enough. So when Coach Mack was down at Florida, I went down when they played Oklahoma in the national title game. When they played in Miami, this was probably 2008, 2009, when like Tebow and they had the Pouncey twins and that whole squad, and Urban was coaching. And Coach Mack was basically like, Jason would start on this defense, and they had NFL guys all over the place, and so yeah, he was that good.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could pick apart is it seemed like Kansas State was able to run the ball, but I mean they had the one run, the 16-yard run where we were back on like it was 2nd and 23. We weren't really playing for the run. It does seem like they had the one their touchdown pass. McDonald got held twice in one play, believe it or not, and they didn't.
That was a good throw. Good throw.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, couldn't have that much time.
I don't even feel like they've got to adjust that much. I mean, just keep doing what you're doing defensively, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that was, I don't want to call it a fluke play, but yeah, I mean, it's a long developing route, and we should have had pressure on the play, but like you said, I saw it too. McDonald's just getting held. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any adjustments to make. I don't know that. And Deuce Vaughn's a good running back. I think he's right there. I mean, probably Brees and the kid from Texas are kind of, 1 and 1A in the league, and Deuce is right there. He's a good player. He's averaging, I think, almost 5.5 yards a carry right now.
Yeah,
yeah. So I mean, he's right there. They got a good running game, but yeah, like you said, I think if we come out and get a stop, 3 and out, whatever it is, and get the ball back, and offense is downhill, Brock's playing well, I like where we're at right now.
Yeah, play a turnover-free half here, and don't screw it up on special teams. And Iowa State should come away with the victory. One other commentary I just had to make coming off the bye week. Kohler looks as close to 100% as we've seen. He's made a couple of plays where I'm like, oh, that looks like it. Doesn't Brees too? Brees had that. It was a 4-yard run. It should have been like a 2-yard loss. It was in the first quarter where he just kind of skirted on the sidelines and made like 3 guys miss. And I don't know what was going on at the beginning of the year, but he just looks like a completely different player.
Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating when you have guys who are kind of both him and Charlie getting dinged up in camp, and it happens. It's you're not going to put him in quarterback jerseys because they're not quarterbacks, but you want them to come in healthy, and I think the bye week came at the right time. Charlie looks good, and Brees kind of has that little juice and an extra gear, but our offense right now, I mean, because Charlie's going to get doubled. He's the guy that teams are going to look at and knows that, third downs or, whenever we got to have it, Charlie's our guy. So, if we have Xavier Hutchinson and, Jalen out there making plays, like this offense can be so good. I mean, you have 4 guys like that between Brees and Charlie and the 2 receivers, and then obviously Brock kind of run the show. I mean, that's a great offense. I think for the second half of the year and the second half of this game, we have a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, with Sean Shaw being down, it really left that second wide receiver spot for somebody to step up, and Noel was kind of the guy you've been waiting on. Just real quick, too, Oklahoma State wins against Texas, so take care of business here. I would guess Iowa State's back in the top 25. You're looking at a top 25 matchup against a top 10 team next week in Ames, should Iowa State take care of business here. So that's what's on the horizon. All right, Brett, get back to your little shindig.
Yeah,
going on up there.
Can we? Maybe you can't do this because you got to be neutral, but I'm going to toast to the Boilermakers today for knocking off the hot dogs.
I don't got nothing to toast. I got a sparkling water.
I know
if that works.
I got a little wine here, but
look at you. Where you class up with the red wine?
Hey, this is a red wine in a white wine glass, so don't judge me. We got a whole crew upstairs. We ran out of glasses, but no, it's
You're
got
talking to a guy who has I got a shooter of red. I got a shooter of 4 roses on my desk here. So
knock it out. Let's go.
I'll join you. All right. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate our sponsors, Karl Chevrolet, Des Moines and Ames Eye Clinic, and, of course, our friends at Nebraska Furniture Mart in Clive. That's been your halftime show. Instant reaction on the podcast feed right after the game. Rob Gray and Jared Stansbury are in Manhattan. They're at the game, so they'll have complete coverage afterwards on right here on the Cyclone Fanatic social media feed. So thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Matt Van Winkle producing. For Bret Meyer, I'm Chris Williams. We'll talk to you guys after the game.